just coming in. I would do this thing that I learned from Dice, where I gotta stand up for this.
Yeah,
But if like 4 people in a circle,
and
then like let's say you guys all talking, and you're Bobby, stand up. But let's say the table's not here.
Yeah.
And then everyone's talking, and I'll just come in, I'll just go like, hey, so what are you guys talking about? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I used to do that. He used to do that move. Yeah, I used to do that
Wow.
move. Yeah, I used to do that move. Yeah.
So fucking rude. That's a Dice move. It's a good move.
Yeah, it's a good move.
So it's not like you even stayed out of his way. You really like.
Oh no.
Were.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh Bob, let me fuck with him real quick, and then I'll go do my set.
That's crazy.
The Dice also has a
It's
thing
my hobby.
where if people asked, because back then there was no cell phones,
Yeah.
and they would have like these portable ones or whatever.
Cameras.
Yeah, cameras, right? And he would go. If people wanted a photo with him, he'd make us take it.
Yeah.
But we had to crop him out of it.
It was so weird.
Right. So we would shoot it, and then when they got the film back, Dice wouldn't be in it.
Yeah.
It'd be like half their face, like this. So you'd have to angle it and get his shoes. You know
get
what I
it
mean?
real fast.
Amazing.
Right.
The first time he didn't even tell me that was happening. He was like, yeah, I'll take a picture. He never took pictures. I'll take a picture with you. Yeah, Ari, you take the picture. And then he hands it me, but then he hands me like this and take it, and he just goes,
yeah, and look at you. Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
okay. And then I took it, and then I didn't know, and they left. He goes, did you get me in it at all? No, it's like, good boy.
Yeah. I mean, you just knew.
I signed so many Dice autographs when they were like, all right, send it to the back. I'll sign it. Like, oh, you sign it. I'm like, you're right here, though. You could just do it.
I mean, one time I was working the door, and he came up to me, Ching, we're going to Vegas, and they just let me leave with him.
Wow.
It's
They're like, all right, you're off the door. You gotta go to Vegas with Dice.
Right.
And he called you bad luck, right?
Right. Oh my God, for fucking, that's another one.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm working the door, right? First of all, he's called me Ching for 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
I love the guy.
You're like, it's Lee. It's also a stereotypical name. Just go with the one that I already have.
Right.
Why put the effort?
Yeah.
But then he goes, it's as Ching, your money. It's not racist, right? So he goes gambling in the Bellagio, Mirage, and he lost $500,000 within 12 hours. And I had no money at the time, and he said, if I come up, you're going to get like 10% of my money. So because he thought I was good luck.
He thought you
so I
were.
was sitting next to him losing all this fucking money. He would do 10,000 bets.
Wow.
I didn't have a bank account.
Yeah.
Right? And then when he lost all that money, we flew back. He didn't talk to me for years, and he told everyone that I was bad luck.
You're a cooler.
I'm a cooler.
Yeah, you're a cooler.
Yeah. I mean, the shit that I had to fucking deal with, bro. Right?
Yeah.
Poor Ching. Sorry, Ching.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Ching. Oh man.
And then one day out of the blue, after 5 years of not talking to Ari, I get a call from you.
Yeah.
And what was it?
Well, I sort of just got. I called.
what happened.
I got the number from Renazizi.
Right.
I was like, hey, what's Bobby's number? And he gave me your number, one number off, as if he's like, I don't want to get involved.
Right.
But I remembered it enough to be like, I was like, it's pretty much, is this still his number? So when he gave it one off, I was like, that's definitely not one off from his number.
Right.
I know it's.
I've had the same number for 20
forever.
years.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't. He's gonna have to edit it out. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Wow. Good memory.
Gotcha.
That's incredible. Take that out.
Yeah.
You fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit.
So what was happening in your life?
I was like, okay, the rage wasn't there anymore, and I was still acting on it, but it was like unbased now at this point. So I'm still like going over to him and like, you idiot, you're so stupid.
It stopped being fun.
Yeah, there's no passion behind it anymore.
Yeah.
The feelings for Natasha were so gone.
Yeah.
Right.
But the feelings for him persisted longer
It
than
was
the
just like you
feelings
get
for
addicted
Natasha.
to your hatred, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe this AA stuff, maybe not, but like,
Oh, one time you said.
oh yeah,
Oh
this
yeah,
is a good
this
one.
is
This is a good. Bob was giving. I was dating
no,
this
it
girl.
wasn't. It was called Yuckaholics. You thought it
Yuckaholics?
was a meeting that I was speaking at, but it was a show called Yuckaholics for AA.
Oh.
And Ari goes, I'm going to show up to that thing. It's a show, but it was with all AA people doing it in front of AA
Oh, I thought it was an
people.
AA meeting.
Yeah, it wasn't a meeting.
I thought you were giving a speech.
And he goes, I'm going to show up. I'm going to fuck up your speech.
Yeah.
That's what he said. So I had,
I
I'm
didn't know
not
where it was.
fucking
I
kidding
might have
you.
gone, but I didn't know where it was.
My sponsor at the time, Richie, and all his sponsees have photos of Ari,
Do
and
not let
they're
him
walking around this fucking auditorium to see if they see this fucking guy.
in. I'm at home. But yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of heartache this guy fucking caused.
You know what I
me.
wanted to do? What's the apology step? What is that?
Ninth step.
No, I was gonna like wait till you talk about. Hey Bobby, What about apology? What's the ninth step? Have you done that? Because I mean, I haven't heard anything. I'm waiting for that number 9.
Okay, so in this whole time, you never actually said, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I fucked up." And
No, Bobby didn't have that in him back then. He was just like, "Not
What?
my fault.
What?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me."
His blame was
It was never Bobby's fault. Nothing was ever Bobby's
we
fault.
just stop for a second, all right?
Yeah.
The theory behind it was, and the thing that he told me was that I set them up. That's what I thought.
No, I know, but
the
more
anger was about.
The anger was that
Yeah,
you knew
but-
the whole time, never told me. You would listen to you would hit,
because
watch his love letters, and I was like,
all
wait,
right.
I'm in love with this
I mean,
girl,
I'm
and you're saying,
sorry.
yeah, it's okay. There you go. Finally, 15 years later.
I'm sorry. I mean,
So I'm,
no, I'm not done. Let me. If I want to apologize, let me apologize in the realest way. Let me take my hat off.
The number 9.
Here's the thing. There's no
sir.
justification for it, okay? And this was wrong, but what I was feeling then was because, when I got onto Mad, it wasn't good for me in the beginning.
To get on there.
Yeah. I mean, when I was on, they wouldn't put me on. I had problems. That's why I relapsed.
Yeah, you would always complain about like.
Yeah. It was a terrible thing. And I felt like I was caught in between this thing, and I was protecting my own ass, and that was wrong. I should have been more upfront and honest, and I fucked up.
It's hard to have to be like, hey man, that's my friend's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Listen, you do whatever you want. Don't fucking show me this shit.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. And I apologize. I should have done that. And I by the way, my relationship with him is none.
Who?
Ron.
what happened
right.
to him? So
Went
where
back
did
to
this guy
Canada, I
go?
He
think.
moved to Canada, and
He's like not gay, but like he's just too into musical theater.
yeah, I know. When they're too deep,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Natasha's like fabulous.
yeah.
You know, just like I don't
So
know.
he just calls me out of the blue. Do we have lunch or what? I don't know what happened.
So I called him. I got his number. Well, so I saw him. I saw Bobby in the front hallway of the store, holding court. You know.
It's 5 years later.
Yeah. And then I just didn't have the energy to go in there and be like and break it up. Him having talked with friends, and so I just turned and I walked back into the room and went to find another crowd. But then I was like, well, there's 3 other people there that I would have liked to talk to, and I'm walking away from like conversations I want over this anger I don't even have anymore. And I'm just like, it's just moments of realization where you're like, what am I doing? I'm going to change my life.
Yeah.
So I was just going to call, got your number, and I texted you, and I was like, is this so Bobby's number? You're like, no, it's his cousin.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, and
Andy.
I could sort of believe that. I was like, I could see Bobby just giving his phone to somebody. This is a guy who got his car towed and then just never paid the tow bills, and then eventually they just took it. They just took his car. They auctioned it off.
Yeah.
It was a pretty new car,
Brand new, 2 weeks.
2 weeks old,
Yeah.
and then they just. It was just
Because I didn't know how. I
in a
already said,
towaway zone, and then it's like, just have it.
okay.
Yeah, so I could see him. Just giving his phone to somebody, and I was like, "Oh, well, can you tell Bobby that Ari Shaffir, this guy he knows, wants to talk to him, find his number or something?" And then you were like, "I think you were like, yeah, it's Bobby." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I know." But I was like, "Hey, man, I think it's something along the lines of like, I don't want to fight anymore. I get it. I punched you a bunch of times. You don't have to talk to me. I understand if you don't want to, but I'm done being mean to you. I'll avoid you. Stay out of your way. If you want to be friends, that's fine too. But I totally get out of the way. But I'm done being hateful towards you."
Yeah. And then when
And then when I saw you,
That's
I
it.
punched you right in the fucking
Yeah,
face.
that was
He didn't
it.
see it coming.
that was it. When he contacted me, it was it.
It's so crazy how an apology you can just stop stuff.
You can.
And bitter feuds, you can just stop it.
And it went right back to what it was. I think in many ways, it was. I let go of. I had no resentment of that at all, and we've worked together. I've done a show a couple of times in his live shows and stuff, and we actually did one, version of his show with Natasha, Steve,
Right,
Yeah,
I
that
saw
was
that.
fun.
and me
Yeah, that was
and
fun.
Ari doing the story
Yeah.
vaguely for his show. So
Comics love that story.
yeah,
Like,
so
it's
to
weird.
me it's like under the bridge. It's something that happened. I've had wars with a lot
wouldn't-
of people.
You wouldn't show up the first time. First time I asked him to do the show, he's like, "Yeah, okay." And then he's like, I stopped getting return texts from him. This is after we're already friends again. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't think Bobby's gonna come. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Are you coming tonight? He goes, I can't. I have a new girlfriend. You. And he was like, I can't talk about the hookers. She doesn't know any of this stuff.
Oh, that's because he didn't know me well
yeah,
enough.
yeah. He's
then.
like, I can't,
He
man.
thought I was
can't.
a church
He was trying to get me to
girl.
go public with hookers. I can't.
Yeah. She knows everything now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're so much better now that you let everything out of it. Like, just be yourself.
In the beginning, though, you have to hide this.
Yeah.
And you release it through time.
Well, I think it was a month into us dating, and I came into 2 months after, and I'd never been to his house before because
Really?
he always just came to Long Beach to see me.
Long
I come in
Beach.
here, and it wasn't even a livable, like habitable place. It was just a mound of shoes in here. There was nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to
Fix you.
I'm going to fix you. And while fixing this entire place, I must have found about 90 to 92 pictures of just him spreading hookers' butt cheeks apart.
I love that. You
pictures
just
of
had pictures.
Not 92. If
Stacks
you're
of them.
listening,
And I was with
you're
my
a
mom.
Christian, listen. All right, there was about 4.